Imagine waking up one morning, picking up your phone, typing your opinion about a world leader onto X, and the next thing you know, DSS agents are at your door. That is not a movie plot. That is the reality of what is happening right now in Kaduna, Nigeria. And the story is so wild that even lawyers cannot believe what they are reading in court documents. A man known on X as @Abaka Afan, real name Abubakar Adamu, posted a comment on his social media account that Nigeria's Department of State Services described as an inciting call for the elimination of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, before you even process that, here is the part that has the entire country talking. In the court papers filed to oppose his bail application, a DSS operative named Jones Gabriel told the Federal High Court sitting in Kaduna, a court of law with a judge, with lawyers, with records, that this man's tweet could lead to an international conflict involving Nigeria, similar to the ongoing hostility between Israel and Iran. One tweet from one man in Kaduna could start a war. That is what Nigeria's secret police put before a judge, in writing, under oath. Now, for this to fully land, you need to understand what is happening in the world right now, because this story did not happen in isolation. On February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel launched military strikes on Iran, igniting a conflict that has since set the entire Middle East on fire. Oil prices have smashed past $100 per barrel. Iran is firing drones and ballistic missiles. Hezbollah is ramping up rocket attacks from Lebanon. It is a full-scale war, and the whole world is watching and reacting. Journalists, activists, citizens, everyone. Nigerian social media, particularly in the predominantly Muslim north, has been absolutely alive with commentary about these strikes and what they mean for Muslims around the world. Abubakar Adamu was one of those voices. He posted, and he has been sitting in a detention cell since February 10, 2026, over a month, with no access to a lawyer, no access to his family, charged before a federal high court, and denied bail on the grounds that his tweet is a national security threat. Amnesty International has stepped in and called for his immediate release, describing the detention as arbitrary and a direct violation of his fundamental rights. The organization also warned that when security agencies move like this, picking people up for social media posts, keeping them cut off from the world, it creates a climate of fear so thick that ordinary Nigerians begin to censor themselves before they even finish a thought. And that, Amnesty says, is the quiet death of free expression. But wait, because the story does not stop with Adamu. Around the same time, a popular social media commentator, widely known as Sani Waspaping, who posts under the handle @Waspaping on X, was intercepted on a Friday evening near the NEPA roundabout in Kaduna by DSS agents. He was picked up alongside a friend. The friend was let go. Waspaping was not. As of this reporting, nobody knows exactly where he is being held. No charges have been publicly filed. The DSS has said absolutely nothing. His supporters initially held back from making noise because certain people privately claimed they were negotiating his release behind the scenes, but those people have since gone completely silent, and Waspaping is still missing. His case has drawn fierce condemnation from lawyers and human rights groups who say the agency is criminalizing the act of having an opinion online. Now, here is what makes all of this feel even more surreal. The Nigerian government has actually issued an official safety advisory warning its citizens about the dangers of the Israel-Iran war, acknowledging that this is a real and serious global conflict that affects Nigerians. And yet, the same government security service is in court arguing that a Nigerian citizen who commented on that very same war is a threat to national security. Think about that contradiction for one moment. If this story is grabbing your attention the way it should, do yourself a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications, because we cover stories like this every single time they break, and you do not want to be the last person to know. The Nigerian constitution is clear. The African Charter on Human and People's Rights, which Nigeria has signed and is bound by, is clear. Freedom of expression is a protected right. And yet, the DSS has crafted a legal argument so extraordinary that legal commentators across the country have openly asked whether Nigeria truly takes its own laws seriously. Critics on social media have gone further, pointing out that if a single tweet from a private citizen in Kaduna can be treated as a potential trigger for international war, then the bar for what counts as a security threat in this country has essentially been set at zero. The Federal High Court in Kaduna now holds this case, and however that judge rules will matter beyond this one man. It will send a signal to every Nigerian with a phone, with an opinion, with a social media account about whether speaking your mind on world events is still something you are allowed to do in this country. So here is the question for you today, and drop your honest answer in the comments because this is a conversation that deserves to be had loudly. Where exactly is the line between national security and silencing citizens? Is the DSS protecting Nigeria, or is it protecting those in power from being questioned? Let the debate begin.